Let me ask you something. When you think back over the last year of your life, what comes to mind first? Probably the big things. A trip somewhere, a milestone, maybe something that went wrong, the moments that stood out. And here's the thing, that's completely normal. Our brains are wired to remember peaks and endings, the moments that felt different from the rest. But here's what that means. If you follow it through, most of your life doesn't make the highlight reel. Most of your life is a Tuesday. And I want to talk about why that's actually okay. More than okay. We live in a culture that is genuinely obsessed with the extraordinary. Open any social platform, and what you see is a curated stream of peak moments: travel, achievement, transformation. The best version of everyone's life, compressed into a feed. And self-help culture does the same thing from a different angle. It tells you that you should be optimizing, growing, leveling up. That there's a better version of your life available if you just work hard enough, think differently enough, want it enough. The message, whether it's explicit or not, is that the ordinary is something to push through, something to get past. I think that's worth questioning. Not because ambition is bad, or because nothing matters, but because if you're always waiting for life to get more interesting, you are spending most of your actual life waiting. So what is an ordinary day, really? You wake up. You make a drink. You go through the things you need to do. Something small probably goes slightly wrong. It always does. You eat. You wind down. You sleep. That's it. No landmark. No transformation. Just another unit of time. And here's the honest truth that doesn't get said enough. This is what most of life is made of. The wedding, the diagnosis, the big promotion, the loss. Those moments are real and they matter enormously. But they are rare. The ordinary Tuesday is not the exception. It is the norm. If we can't find value in it, we have a serious problem. Because there is no getting out of the Tuesday. Now here's something that I find genuinely useful when I think about this. Almost everything that matters in life is built from ordinary days. Think about it. The writer who finishes a novel does it by sitting down on unremarkable mornings and writing, not in one brilliant inspired session, but across hundreds of ordinary ones. The person who gets fit does it through workouts that feel, most of the time, like just going through the motions. The friendship that holds someone together during a crisis was built through years of low-stakes conversations and nothing special afternoons. The extraordinary outcome, the finish line, the finished book, the person who picks up the phone at 2 in the morning, that's the visible part. What we don't see, what we don't photograph, is the accumulation underneath it. All those ordinary days that made it possible. We judge our lives by the visible tip and forget about the foundation. There's something else here too, and it's a bit more subtle. Attention is a skill. And like any skill, it responds to practice. If your default setting is to look past what's in front of you, to treat today as a stepping stone to a better day, you are, in a real sense, practicing inattention. You are training yourself not to notice your own life. And the flip side of that is also true. If you make a habit, even occasionally, of actually being present on an ordinary day, if you properly taste your food or pay attention to a conversation instead of half listening while you think about something else, or just notice what the light looks like at a particular time of day, you're building something. A capacity to actually be where you are. That sounds abstract, but it has practical consequences. The people who seem to extract the most from life aren't usually the ones who have the most extraordinary lives. They're often just the ones who are paying attention. I also want to say something that I think is genuinely underrated. Ordinary days don't ask much of you. There's no performance required. Nothing is on the line. If you're tired, or a bit flat, or just getting through it, that's fine. That's allowed. We have this cultural idea that every day should be meaningful and productive, that you should be bringing your best self to everything. And that sounds motivating, but honestly, it's exhausting. And it's not realistic. Sometimes the ordinary day is valuable precisely because it doesn't demand anything extraordinary from you. You can move through it, do what needs doing, rest, and that's enough. That is not a failure to live well. That is part of what living well actually looks like. Here's what I'm not saying, just to be clear. I'm not saying don't have ambitions. I'm not saying nothing matters, or that you should just drift through life without intention. What I'm saying is that the extraordinary moments, the ones that really do matter, draw their meaning from everything around them, from the ordinary days that surround them. A reunion is moving because of all the ordinary time that passed in between. An achievement means something because of all the unremarkable hours that went into it. Strip out the ordinary and the extraordinary loses its context. It loses its weight. So if there's anything to take from this, it's not a dramatic shift. It's something quieter. Just try to resist the habit of treating today as a placeholder. Today already has something in it. It probably has at least one straightforwardly good thing, even if it's small. A decent cup of something. A moment of quiet. Someone who was kind to you. It also has friction and tedium and things that didn't go quite right. Because that's what days have. That's not a reduced version of life. That's the full version. And the sooner we stop waiting for it to be something else, the more of it we actually get to experience. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And for more, don't forget to subscribe.